I've been living this experience for many years now, and I think I've experienced enough to say that a big chunk of the homosexual culture is very primitive. It's very degenerate almost. It's like a mixture of things. There's pros and cons to it. You got, on one end, it feels very primitive in the sense of where it's like you feel very natural. It feels like, everybody's just out there banging everything they want to bang. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking in generalities here. And then on one end, you find yourself getting so grossed out because of some of the certain things that the homosexual community partakes in. A big one being just a bunch of frivolous, loose sex out there. And a lot of masculinity, but not a lot of divine masculinity. There's a lot of baseline level masculinity. And femininity too. Gay dudes have too much freedom. Heterosexual dudes, not enough freedom at all. I think we could both learn from each other. Homosexuality, there are certain things that gay people do that I just find myself so grossed out by. And I know it's rich coming from me because of what I do for work. But some of these fetishes, I don't know, they're just gross. Like, I don't know, licking armpits and stuff like that. That's light work. Licking armpits. Being a dump of men's juices, the receptive partners just taking a bunch of injections into their bottom half, you know what I'm saying? It's very degenerate, and a lot of my greatest male teachers are heterosexual men. So it is hard for me sometimes because I do find a lot of the activities in the homosexual community very degenerate. It's very shallow, very empty, soulless. The homosexual community has potentially some of the strongest men on earth. We're some of the most free people in terms of mind and being on the fringes of society. We could really help change the world. But we're so weighed down with experiencing as much as we can experience in one moment. It's all about sex. It's all about sex. And I get it. Men like sex. I like sex too, but it gets exhausting and it's kind of gross after a while. Like, you find yourself doing something and then you're disgusted. Here's my rule. If you're doing something and you get up from it and you feel disgusted, then you should have never done that. Now, if you're going to go have fun and then you come up from that and you're like, wow, I feel rejuvenated, I feel energized, I feel like I renewed my subscription of life. Well, that's a beautiful thing, and carry on. However, I just have a hard time understanding how we feel good about some of the certain things we do. A lot of gay men, they're big on self-improvement, but it stops after a certain point. After the physical, it pretty much stops. When it comes to the mental part, it doesn't really carry on too much. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of dudes like me who've been in that community and know exactly what I'm talking about. It's very empty and hollow, but I've come and found some great people along the way who probably would have the same mindset as me, but just on a baseline level, very degenerate. There's nothing to grasp. It's almost like a lot of homosexual guys have nothing to live for. You got men doing drugs all the time. They're doing this new thing called G. I don't know when it came out. I don't know. I mean, dying, overdosing on this stuff. I'm just here to say there's a lot of things about homosexuality where I can say, oh, I could see how they can twist this to be such a bad thing in religion. Because a lot of the practices we do practice, they're very degenerate. They're very shallow. They're not deep. And it hurts me to say this because I spent a lot of time trying to escape that kind of religious mindset. And I can see where they're coming at with that. Like, I mean, let's be real. If you know, you know. I'm trying not to call things out because I feel like it is our business too. But, I mean, you got guys bent over just taking loads. You know, everything's about sex. Sex is also too easy to get. All you bottoms out there, you receptive partners, you make it so easy for people to put their genital inside of you, and you are part of the problem. I'm sorry to say it, because it's like if you weren't taking it so much, then guys would have to earn it, and there'd be some sort of community. And this is what I mean when I say every community can learn from every community. The heterosexuals, something they have that's proper is they're good at building relationships. They're good at the other stuff outside of sex. You know, men might give a blowy better than a woman. But the thing is, a woman and a man, like, they just do something different that a lot of the times, at least these days, maybe mainly these days, like, the gay dudes are not very relationship oriented or community oriented. It's almost like, sometimes it feels like we have nothing to live for. Luckily, that's not the case for me. Luckily. But I still feel these things sometimes, a lot of the time, just on a different end. But I live where I was born. So I still have my family, I still have friends. A lot of people, they move to cities and the only friends they have are like other gay dudes, you know what I'm saying? So they're kind of like all doing the same things. Now I have my friends who can be into that, and I have my friends who are not into that. That type of nightlife living and having fun all the time. Peter Pan syndrome, never growing up. And I get it, I love being youthful and young too, but when you know, you know. And a lot of us are weak to it and we just can't help. It's almost like we're addicted to the degenerate lifestyle that comes with homosexuality. I think homosexuals and bisexual men especially should be leading the charge in terms of bringing in a new energy. We can really help society because we are on the fringes of it and we're outside the system. But we're just so distracted with casual sex and frivolousness, and you got bottoms taking loads. I've never seen a gay person talk about semen retention. That's what I'm trying to say. Gay men are very degenerate. All my greatest male teachers, none of them have been gay. My greatest male teachers have all been heterosexual men. When I say teachers, I mean there's people who teach things, and I learn from them. They've all been heterosexual men. I don't think I've ever learned anything from a homosexual man before that is beneficial for me. As far as like longevity in life and earthly lessons, everything I've learned from a homosexual man has been very low level stuff. Do we even teach each other stuff? I don't know. Point is, gay dudes have too much freedom. Heterosexual dudes have no freedom whatsoever. The place is somewhere in the middle where we all need to be. We all need to collectively get together and figure that out. Because though I do have fun doing degenerate stuff, I mean, that's the whole point of it. It's fun. Till you wake up, then it's like, what the hell did I do? I can't even go to the gym today. But I'm just pointing out what I see.